Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you don't know who I am, I'm Ruth again. Yeah, I'm currently going through my UCAS application. Like, I'm applying to universities right now. So I was like, why don't I do a video of things I wish I knew before applying to university? Because there were like so many things I didn't know about UCAS. And I might add some extra things that other people have said just to help people who are going to be applying like in the future. Let's get on to the video. First thing first, I wish I knew that when you apply to university, like, yes, you have 5 choices, but once you've received all of your offers, you have to choose only 2. And after you've chosen the 2, the other offers all just fall away. Like, I always thought that I would be applying to all 5. So, like, I never really understood when people said firm insurance, but like, I did think that I had those, but I thought those were just the top 2 out of the 5. But it turns out you actually need to like decide earlier on, once you've got your offers, which ones are going to be your firm and which one's going to be your insurance. Then all of the other offers go away. And that is like really scary because, first of all, I don't know which one to make my insurance right now. So my insurance choices right now, the ones I'm debating between, is Glasgow and Edinburgh. My firm is Lancaster. But, well, those are what I want it to be. I still need to wait for my offers. So, yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves there. But I find it really scary that, like, if I do end up choosing, like, Glasgow, that I can't change my mind in the future and be like, oh my goodness, I wish I chose Edinburgh instead. Well, I could just apply through clearing, because I've seen a couple people do that. So basically, if they already got rid of the offer from that university, but like on results day or like nearer to results day, they like change their minds and they want to go to that university, they apply through clearing. So that's that. But hopefully I make the right decision. So yeah. Number 2, this is more about the personal statement. And it's so annoying. So basically, I was told by my teachers that I had to write 4,000 characters or less than that. So I actually wrote only like 3,800 or something, yeah? And I was ready to send it off. I upload my personal statement into the UCAS portal thing, and it is under 4,000 characters, but it's 48 lines. It's supposed to be 47 lines, and it does not let you upload it until you've like made it 47 lines. Like, I wish my teachers told me that it's more important about the lines. So because I had to go back at the very end and change some of the words or take some stuff out just so it would be 47 lines. And that is so annoying, because if I knew that from the beginning, I would have like kept track of that and it would have been easier from the beginning. And lots of my friends have also had this problem. They didn't know, so they had to like change some of the words, like find like synonyms for the words and stuff, just so they're still saying the same thing but they're using like a shorter word or something. Yeah, so that's one thing I wish I knew. We just had a little change of locations and now we're at the very front of the house. Next thing, this isn't personal for me, but this is personal for like some of my friends. They didn't know that their teachers had to write references. They thought that they could have got references from anyone, not just your teacher. And a lot of people I've seen online also thought the same. But no, your references are from your teachers and they put your predicted grades and stuff. And lots of my friends, they got lower predicted grades than what they needed. So I was like, go to the teacher, tell them, like have a discussion with them about like what grades you really need, and see if they can compromise on that and put that predicted grade for you, because the teachers are nice enough to do that. So, next thing, so UCAS has a fee waiver. It's for like if you had if you had free school meals between the age of 11 to 18, you don't have to pay. Oh my god, I should have said, okay, so these are 2 points basically. First of all, I didn't know you had to pay for UCAS. To send your application off, you have to pay. And right now it was like £28, like 60, I think. I don't know, I've already just paid mine the other day. And I'll get onto that right now. So basically, there is a thing, so if you had free school meals between the ages of 11 to 18, you can apply for a fee waiver, which means you don't have to pay the fee. But if you do that, you need to prove that you had free school meals. And okay, in the past, I had free school meals. Turns out I had it in primary school, so I wouldn't have been eligible anyways. My teachers were like asking me for the proof, because at this point I still thought I was eligible, but no, I wasn't. So I was emailing my old schools and stuff, trying to figure out which school I was in when I got it. But one of the schools that I emailed, they didn't even get back to me. So that's unfortunate. So I had to go directly to the council and send them an email. And they actually got me my proof like in 3 days. Like, that was so quick. They replied really quick. They asked me for like extra information, then I gave it to them. And they sorted me out really easily. But yeah, I found out I wasn't eligible, but I still said thank you to the council people because they were so nice. Literally, love you. Donna, literally amazing. It's just really annoying because lots of people didn't know that you need to have proof of it. Like, lots of people who are currently getting the EMA, the college could say that that was their proof, but they still had to contact the college to ask for that proof, which was quite annoying, to be honest, for people. But yeah, in the end, I just ended up paying to send my application off. And that is the case with some of my other friends who are actually eligible for it, but it's just too much like effort to have to like go email a bunch of people trying to get the proof, and it's like pretty hard for them to do too, because some of their schools just don't reply. So they just decided to just pay it because it's just easier, get out of the way. So yeah, that's another one. This doesn't apply to me, but this applies to a bunch of people, because I've seen people online talking about how they're gonna apply for the same course, for different courses at the same uni. So if they do get in, they can just swap courses. First of all, with that, I found out that lots of unis actually charge you, so you have to pay extra if you apply multiple times. So I know Glasgow and Edinburgh, they do that, but I wasn't applying for 2 at the same time, so it was fine. This kind of applied to me, but it also applies to lots of my friends. So lots of teachers actually don't start writing your reference until you ask them for it, which is quite annoying, because at the start I just thought they were all gonna write it for me. Then my teacher, my progress coach, who's the one who helped me sort out my whole UCAS stuff and is the more like personal help and stuff, Natalie, love you. I found out that I was still waiting one reference from one teacher, and turns out she just wasn't writing them until people actually messaged her to do it. So I had to email her to do it, and then she got onto it. But lots of my friends are also waiting for references. Like, they've had their personal statements done for like weeks. They've had like their application fully ready to send off, but they just still hadn't got their references. And that was fully done, like 2 weeks they had been waiting. So I had to tell them, you need to email your teacher. Then when they finally emailed the teacher, that's when the teacher finally did the reference. And some of their teachers are so annoying that, no hate to you guys, but they don't even check their email, so they haven't really seen the email. So I've just told my friends you're gonna have to do it in person or something, because obviously it's never gonna be done since they don't check their emails. But yeah, email your teachers if you're fully done and your references are done, or no, some of your references are done, or if you've got like no references, maybe email your teacher or have a chat with them, telling them that your UCAS is ready to send off, but you're still awaiting references, because then they'll write it for you, which is pretty good. I guess another thing is like how much information and details you need to put on your UCAS like application, just for the general stuff, like the general information. Like, they were asking me when I first moved to this house, then they were like, oh, you haven't been in this house long enough, when was your previous address? So I had to bring out my previous address. So guys, if you've like recently moved house or something, or you haven't been in the same house for like 3 years or so. Yeah, literally 3 years. Like it has to be more than 3 years for it to be like, okay, yeah. I think it's 3 or 5. I don't know if it's 3 or 5 years, or it might be 10. I don't know. I can't remember how many years you have to have lived in a house, because yeah, I put this house down, then they were like, oh, you haven't lived in this house long enough, what's your previous address? So I had to get up my previous addresses, put them in, then I was eligible. So yeah, if you have been in multiple houses, or you haven't been in the same house for long enough, make sure you remember your postcode and everything like that, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be like that fucked. It would just put more effort, more stress on me to figure that out. So it was pretty lucky that I knew that. Maybe I should turn on the lights. Turn on the lights in you, baby. Extra, I want you all to see this. But now I've got the glass, I'm gonna have to stand in front of it. This is just gonna be a bit of advice, because lots of my friends have gone through this. I didn't really worry with this because I had 2 older brothers who basically edged me to do this earlier on because they'd been through it. So basically, get all your experiences, get all your like work experience, volunteering, everything, reading or something, get it all done in year 12, and go visit universities in year 12, go to open days in year 12, because that's when you have like slightly less stress. Year 13 apparently is more stressful. I'm in year 13 right now, but I feel like as long as you stay on top of your work, it's really not that bad. And it's mostly just stress like that comes from your teachers. And if you just like remind yourself that it's not real stress, it's just your teachers who are putting the stress on you, then you can be fine as long as you get your work done. And honestly, guys, prioritize like what is more important for you. So for example, I might have like homework in one subject, but I literally have like a test in another subject. I'm gonna prioritize the other subject. Then I'll ask for an extension from the teacher I have the homework, because that is literally like less important to me than the test. Or mocks are coming up soon, so I'm probably going to be getting more homework now that mocks are coming up, which is quite annoying. So I'm going to prioritize revision over doing my homework and stuff, because that is more important for me. And honestly, guys, like, take care of yourself. Like, I have had really bad headaches ever since going back to college because of how much stress and how much work there is. But whenever I feel like that, I literally just like, I know this might be really bad advice, but I might just skip one lesson. Like, my lessons are like 1 hour or 1.5 hours long, so I might skip one of those, and then I'll just go to the wellness hub, because my college has a wellness hub, and I just put my headphones in. And I just relax. I sit on a beanbag chair, just chill, because I need this break from everything where I can just relax, no more stress. And honestly, after every single time I've just skipped a lesson to do that, I've literally like headache is literally gone. I feel so much lighter, so much like happy after. So I don't care. I might get like a little angry email from my teacher after, being like, why weren't you in or stuff. So, but I'm prioritizing myself. So, plus I do tend to do better when I am on my game. So that is possibly bad advice, but honestly, don't put too much stress on yourself. When you need a break, take it. As long as you're doing the work, you understand what's going on, I think it's fine to take breaks. What other advice was I saying? I swear there was another piece. Oh yes! Yeah, going back to what my brothers told me to do was go to open days and stuff, because year 13 gets... Did you guys hear that? Because that was low-key scary. But anyways, so yeah, do all of that stuff. Rack up all the stuff you can talk about on your UCAS in year 12. Rack up what universities you are interested in applying to in year 12, I basically had like a list of like 6 universities. I was 7 because I had to get rid of 2 of them. But it was easier because when I got to year 13, I was like, I'm not really feeling this one as much. Or compared to other ones, I don't like this one as much. So it was easier to cross it off and stuff. But yeah, it just puts like less things on your plate, which is really good. So yeah, get all of that out of the way so you have one less thing to worry about in year 13. Also, can I just say, don't overdo it with your experiences because you are not going to be talking that much on your personal statement. Trust me, 4,000 characters is literally like nothing. It is literally like nothing. You get those 4,000 characters so quick, and then you're like cutting down for like so long because you're like, oh, I've wrote too much. Like, it's so easy to overwrite. Yeah, I also did a lot of experiences and I literally barely touched up on it. Like, I did really talk about my work experience because at Chronospan, because that was actually very applicable. I also talked about my volunteering, and I also talked about like a competition I did related to business, and I talked about like sports and stuff that I've done. But yeah, I literally only had like like small pieces of sentences to talk about it. For my work experience and volunteering, I did have like paragraphs each, I think, for it. Then for my more personal stuff, which was my competitions, sports, that was my last paragraph, and that was like a small paragraph too because I didn't want to overdo it. The first paragraph was more about like why I'm actually interested in it, and I tried to use some real world examples like COVID is my bestie right now. Do not take that out of context. I mean, like, because I can talk about it. So yeah, what else do I want? Yeah, I did do extra things, but I couldn't even write them in my personal statement because I didn't have any more space, or I'd already talked about experiences enough. Like, you don't want to overdo it. Like, literally give yourselves some rest of mind. Like, as long as you've done like, I feel like as long as you've done one piece of work experience, one piece of volunteering, or like something else interesting about yourself. If you've got super curriculars, I really feel like you only need like one of each. It's really not that deep. I think that's it of everything I wish I knew about UCAS and applying to unis. And I hope that helped you guys out. So I'll see you guys next week in my next video.